You want smooth text animations, but every time you try and make one yourself, it looks dog water. That's not because you're bad, it's because most people animate text the wrong way. Not anymore. In this video, I'll show you how to make these animations easily and how to make them super smooth. I'll build it once manually so you understand it and you can make your own animation. Then I'll show you how I actually do it. We'll be making these 5 text animations. It will start off simple and get harder as we get further. Let's start with level 1. This is what we're making first. Alright, so press Ctrl T to create a new text layer. Select all those beautiful little characters and put in your text. Select it again and press all these buttons to align everything to the center and keep it there. Always do this with your text even if you want it towards the bottom. It basically makes sure everything stays in the center like a good little boy it is. Look at it. You can now scale up the text from the effects controls panel. I like to just press Ctrl T, delete the text, and drag and drop one of the styles from my text pack. Boop. Very handy. Animation time. So search up transform and drag and drop it. Unselect this checkbox and set the shutter angle to 360. This gives that motion blur that many people don't know about. This is pre-done for you in my ultimate pack, by the way. Okay, now uncheck uniform scale and go 16 frames ahead by pressing shift plus right arrow key 3 times and then press the arrow key once. Pressing shift makes it go 5 frames ahead and without shift it goes 1 frame. So go 16 frames ahead and create a scale height keyframe using this button. Now go to the start and set the scale height to 0. This is probably what your old animations look like. Click that drop down arrow next to scale and get your curves. This is the secret to smooth animations. Drag this bad boy down and to the left. Try and make this type of curve. Make sure it's not above or below the straight line or it'll mess up your animation. Okay, almost done. Finally, just add a basic fade by going 3 frames ahead using the arrow keys, of course. Don't press shift, bro. And creating a keyframe and then go to the start and make it 0. Looks fire. I'll still show you how to make all 5 animations step by step, but if you don't want to rebuild this every time and also want hundreds of done for you effects and presets, this is how I actually make my animations now. I just released a text pack with over 115 presets with these same styles and animations you're seeing here, plus a lot more. I also updated my ultimate presets pack to 300 plus presets. These are the exact animations I've used to generate thousands of dollars as an editor. I put all of my stuff into these packs. And everything in this video was made using these 2 packs. They're discounted right now, check them out to up your content game. Time for the next animation. It's gonna be this spinny one that looks really cool in intros. Add the smooth transform effect with motion blur to the text you created. And then create a scale keyframe at the start and set it to 30. Go 9 frames ahead using the arrow keys and set it to 100. Then from the start go 13 frames ahead and create keyframes for both skew and rotation. Now at the start set skew to -2 and rotation to 360. Your animation so far would look pretty bad, but we're getting closer to the end result. Okay, now we can make the animation smoother. Click the small arrow and make this sort of graph. Make a similar one for the first 2. For the rotation, it's faster at the start as you can see. Now we can add a fade animation by going 5 frames from the start, setting a keyframe, then going back to the start and setting it to 0. You can add curves to this, but I'm not going to. Here's the animation we made. This is a pretty cool and easy one that we're gonna make next. Okay, so once again, add the smooth transform effect from my pack, explained in the first animation. Make sure the text is in the center. Then go 28 frames ahead and set a position keyframe. Back at the start, make it go out of frame towards whichever direction you want. Do this for one axis only. Now, go 20 frames ahead, set a keyframe for scale, then at the start make it 0. For skew, go 15 frames ahead and set a keyframe. Go to the start and make it some high-ish number. I put 43 because it looked good. Also at 15 frames, keyframe rotation, and at the start make it something like 54. Now do the curves and make them look like this. You can pause the video to look at them. I kinda made a mistake in the recording. Go to the first position keyframe, and change the position so that it is closer to the center to make it look like the original animation in the pack. However, both look good anyways, so you should be fine. That's it. Now it's time for one of my favorite text animations. This scale up animation looks so fire. Create a text layer, blah blah blah, and in the transform effect, go 2 frames ahead and set a keyframe for opacity. Then go to the start and make it 0. Yes, we're starting with fade. Go 20 frames ahead and set a scale keyframe. Go back to the start and make it 0 or 1. I'm gonna put 1 here. Now go 17 frames from the starting and set a rotation keyframe. At the start, make it -16. Now, I'm about to reveal some insane sauce. Extend the start of the text layer 9 frames, you can see it show up here. Then, select and move the rotation and scale keyframes to the start like this. Make sure the opacity ones stay where they are. Now we can do the curves part. Just copy my non-linear curve that I've made. Go to the first opacity keyframe with the arrow thingy next to the keyframe button. Make the scale high ahead of the playhead and the rotation high behind it. If you mess up the animation, by the way, and it has a weird bounce thing like me over here, select the keyframe and select ease in if it's the second keyframe and ease out if it's the first. I did it to the second one since the glitch was there. Do the curves again and the animation should be good. You can now remove 5 frames, you can see them here. This is what the final animation looks like. You can also hold Alt and drag the layer to make a duplicate. Then edit the text. This way you can animate the captions for your voiceovers with this banger animation. Now it's time for the Apple style animation. This has been getting popular recently and it's pretty easy to make. Smooth transform effect for my pack like always. Go 40 frames ahead for the position keyframe, then at the start make it go up slightly or go down slightly. If you want a specific value, take your original Y position and add or subtract 176 to it. My final was 716. This fade is going to be long. Go 20 frames ahead and set a keyframe, then go to the start and set it as 0. Now do the curves like this, where it's fast at the start for both of them. Now from the start, go 5 frames ahead, then select and move the opacity keyframes there, just like this. Looks great, but we can now add blur as well. Search Gaussian blur and add it onto the layer. Go 5 frames ahead and set blurriness to 18, then go 16 more frames and set it to 0. You can also crop out the layer 5 frames now to remove the delay. I want to keep the delay for this animation though, so I won't do it. We can also make each word animate separately. In Effects Control, under Text, create a mask using the square crop button. Now crop out the first word. You can press Alt and drag it to create a duplicate. Now on this new one, move the mask to the next word. You can move this new layer 5 frames ahead and make them the same duration for this insane Apple animation. We're done. The links for both packs are down below. They're on the launch discount right now, so check them out. This was my first video in like 3 years.